Ma'am, you're on the live screen. You must start the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, student. So once again, we are going to start our tally session. We started the tally yesterday, and I hope you downloaded the tally prime. And if it's still you are not downloaded, then please go to the tally solution side and then download the tally prime. It will be in a educational mode, right? Because if you want to use the tally, complete tally, then you have to purchase the license. Otherwise, you can download it in a educational mode. So if still you not downloaded, so please download it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Continue with the last session. Yesterday we created a one trial balance. Okay, hope everybody understood that. So still I'm going to just wait a minute. It is starting. Okay. So today we will pass the entries. Yesterday we entered the balances, closing balance of the open the ledger. But today we will create the ledgers and then we will pass the entry so that ledger will take reflect and ledger opened by the tally itself. Tally automatically open that ledger and automatically pass all the balances to the according to the nature to the different accounts like trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, and so many ledgers, cash flow, fund flow automatically created by tally. Okay, so again I'm going to share the screen. Now it is open. Okay, so I'm sure you can you can check my screen. So as I told you earlier, you have to click on the continue in educational mode. Just press escape. Then you can select the company. Okay, so yesterday I created the company, but I have to change the path. So first I have to change the path, that is CICMAI/tally data. I created the folder in front of you. Enter. Now I am having two companies. Yesterday I created a one company, that is the Gajra Private Limited. In first company, for the example, I created this company also. So today I'm going to create a new company and then I'll pass the entries. So how can I create a company? Same, just create a company, select the create company option, then set the location. Huh? And then again and again I need to set the location. So like in the further session, we'll do one thing. We'll set this path to default path. Presently, it is taking the default path. C uses public tally prime data, but it's still not. I have to change. Okay, C:/ICMAI/tally data. Okay, enter. Now I have to create a new company. Okay, now these are the some transactions. Okay, see, Jaya and Sons started business. So what is the company name? Jaya and Sons. So you can copy from here itself. Huh? Just copy it and then open the tally. Then Alt Control V. This is the shortcut key for the paste. Fine. Alt Control V, not Control V, because normally the shortcut key for the paste is Control V. But here it will not applied. It uses the shortcut key Alt Control V. Enter. Mailing name I told you. Address. It's okay. Now next Indore. Then state Madhya Pradesh. Pin code. It is all are the optional field. You can leave it blank. The compulsory fields are company name and state should be selected. And these are the optional fields. You can leave it blank. If you wish, then you can specify. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. Then financial year. It is compulsory field. So presently the financial year is running 23-24. But as I told you, I already instructed you. Please mention the starting of the financial year is starting from when you started the company. No need to mention the financial end. Okay, so it should be 1st April 23. Press Ctrl A. After pressing the Ctrl A or after creating the company, you will get company feature screen. So presently we are learning accounts only company, no inventory. So it should be no, not a taxation feature. So should be no. Then press Ctrl A. Okay, now the first transaction is, just read it carefully. The first transaction is business started with cash. So yesterday I told you first you have to create the ledgers. Okay, so what will be the ledgers which takes reflect? Business started with cash and P&L. Cash is already created. So no need to create the cash. You just create the capital account. Create ledger capital account. Then under capital, and no need to specify the opening balance because company is going to be start. It's not already the started. We don't have the opening balance. So please don't enter the opening balance. Press Ctrl A. Then next ledger, cash deposited in SBI. Cash is already created. Yesterday I told you. By default, Tally created two ledgers. After creating the company, you can find two ledgers, P&L and balance sheet, P&L and cash. Now, what will be the account which we want to create? That is SBI. It is under bank account. SBI, you can write the full name, State Bank of India account. It should be under bank account because it is our assets, current assets. Yesterday I told you. So please, like previously, if you attended the last lecture, then you can understood today's lecture. You can understand today's lecture in a better way. Okay, so try to attend the regular lectures. Now press Ctrl A. Next, cash purchases. So the ledgers will reflect two ledgers. The first is purchase account to cash. The entry will be purchase to cash. So one ledger we need to create, that is purchase account. Okay, purchases account. It should be under purchase account. Then Ctrl A. No need to specify the opening balance because you created the company in this financial year. Company is not already created. Fine. Next is check receipt for sales. That's mean they sales and they receive the check. So bank sales to bank. So sales account we have to bank to sales. Sales account we have to create under sales. We already created the one account, bank account, that is SBI. Now next is salary paid by issuing a check. What will be the entry? Salary to bank. So salary will take reflect. Salary account. Under which group it should be? Indirect expenses. I told you earlier, expenses indirect and indirect expenses, both the things are same. So if you are selecting the indirect expenses indirect or indirect expenses, so both are the same. See, both are the same thing. See, I selected the expenses indirect. By default, it automatically take the indirect expenses. Control A. Now, so these are the some transaction which we have to enter in our company so that balance sheet ledgers will automatically open by the Tally. P&L trading by P&L and balance sheet will automatically created. Fine. Then escape. After completing the ledger, just press escape. Now you want to pass the entry. So vouchers. Yesterday I told you 5 basic vouchers. Receipt, payment, contra sale purchase. So first entry, received cash as capital. Business started with cash. So first you should pass the F6, press the F6 and you should pass the receipt entry. Credit side. See, here is a credit. If you want to check the buy in to buy, instead of CRDR, you want to check this to buy. So you can, from the configuration, you can change these option. The configuration is F12. F12 is a configuration key. F12 key is used for the configuration. Whatever changes you want on your screen, current screen, then press F12. And whatever features you want for your company, then press F11. So please write down F11, F12. These are two keys which are very important. F11 is used for the company feature and F12 is used for the configuration. And configuration is used to change on the screen. Okay, so we want to change our screen instead of to CRDR, we want to buy. So set it no, because presently you CRDR yes. So no, control A. Now please check it is 2. Again you want, then CRDR. So capital should be credited. How much amount it is? 10 lakh rupees. So just enter the 10 lakh. Enter, enter. So debit, cash. We didn't create the cash. Cash is created by the tally itself. Yes, if you wish to change the name of the cash, then from here you can open the alter screen. Control enter. Control enter is a shortcut key to alter the ledger or item, whatever. Presently we are altering the ledger. So it is giving me the ledger alteration screen. Instead of cash, I want it should be cash account. Control A. Enter, then cash received as capital. Enter. Now please see, check. By default, Tally is taking 1st April 23. Why it is taking 1st April 23? Because we started our company in financial year April 23. So it is taking 1st April 23. And if you want to change the date, then press F2. Okay, but presently I don't want to change the date. Enter. Now next is cash deposited in SBI. Cash deposited in SBI. So entry transaction type is contra entry. Transaction type is contra entry. Press F4. F4 is a shortcut key for the contra entry. So credit should be cash because cash goes out. So cash account should be credited by 5 lakh. How much amount it is? 8 lakh. 8 lakhs. Enter. Then debit should be SBI, State Bank of India. If you created the ledger, then it is showing you the right side list of ledger account. And if the ledger is, suppose I want cash account is deposited in Bank of Baroda. So I want to debit the Bank of Baroda. So is the Bank of Baroda is created account? No. So you can press, if you wish to create the Bank of Baroda ledger from here, from this screen, you want to create the Bank of Baroda ledger. So Alt C is a shortcut key to create the ledger from the voucher screen. But presently I don't want to create. State Bank of India, enter. Then you have to mention the denominations. Denominations means 2040, number of 40 or 400. Right? Now it is completed. Okay, enter, enter. And you can copy the narration from here itself. Copy. Then what is the shortcut key I told you? Alter Control V. Right? Enter, enter. Control A, Control A, Control A. Okay, now next. Cash purchases 3,75,500. But still the date is cash purchases. Then the transaction type is F9. F9 is a shortcut key for purchase. But the date is 2nd April. Date is 2nd April. So press F2. F2 is a shortcut key to change the date. 2nd A. That means 2nd April. It is taking 2nd April. See? And then invoice number. CP cash purchase CP01. This is the transaction date. You can differentiate between the transaction date and entry date. But transaction date should be earlier than the entry date. Transaction date cannot be later date from the entry date. Okay, please remember. This is the transaction date. Transaction date can be earlier than the entry date, but transaction date cannot be later date than the entry date. Okay, these are the accounting rules. You all are aware with this. Now party name. What is the party name? Cash account. Because we sales cash purchase, not sales cash purchase. No receipt note is there. So press Ctrl A and Ctrl A. Now select purchase account. See, it is giving me the purchase account. Why it is giving me? Because I already created the purchase account now. If I not created the purchase account, then what is the shortcut key? I told you Alt C. Alt C is a shortcut key to create the ledger from this screen also. Purchase account. How much I purchase? 3,75,500. 3,75,500. Enter and enter. Then enter. Cash purchases. Remember now, students, narration should be there. Enter. Now the next entry is check receipt for sales. That means we sold the things, but we received the check. We sold the things, right? But received the check. So after receiving the check, the bank account should be debited. Okay, so entry should be F6, received. Then credit, which should be credit? No, it should be sales, na? So F8. So bank account should be debit. Then sales account should be credit, sales. Okay, now how much amount I sold? I sold 4,25,000. 4,25,000. Okay, enter, enter, enter. Then if you want to mention these details, like what is the check number and what is the bank name, right? Which bank check we received. So you can mention here, everything you can mention here, instrument date. If you don't want, then press Ctrl A. It is not necessary fields. Okay, so cash received check for sales. Enter. Now the sales is on 1st May. So I want to change the date. So what is the shortcut key? F2. Then first 1.5. 1st May. Please check. This is 1st May. Then enter. Enter. Okay. Now the last transaction is salary paid by check. I paid the salary by issuing a check. So transaction type is F5, payment. Transaction type is F5, payment. So salary should be debited because all the expenses and losses, debit all the expenses and losses. Enter. Then how much amount it is? 15,500. Enter, enter. I issued a check. So State Bank of India. right? Now you can again mention the instrument number, instrument date, everything. But presently, if you don't have the details, then press Ctrl A. Okay, then salary paid by issuing a check. You can mention the check number in your narration also. Then what is the date? That is 2nd May. So press F2, 2nd May. Then enter, enter. Now see in how much time we completed all these transactions. So in a Tally, you can, if you are very well known in Tally, right? You know the entries, how you should enter the entries. So you can do it in a very faster way. Fine. So the next transaction, some transaction I am going to write here. Okay, these are the some transactions which I already entered. Now 1st June 2023. Okay, again I purchases from party, means Ram account, Ram and Traders. So that's mean what? It is my credit purchase because name is given. How much I purchases? 3,50,000. Okay, now the next day I paid. Next day again salary paid. Next day not, it should be 2nd 7th, 2nd June. So again paid salary by issuing the check. How much? Same, 15,500. Okay, 15,500. So how can we enter the credit purchase? Same. Press F9. F9 is a shortcut key to enter the purchase entry, whether it is cash or credit. No matter it is cash or credit. Okay, according to the cash purchase, you have to enter the party name cash. And if you are having the credit purchase, then you have to enter the party name in the field of party name. So the purchase invoice number is credit CRD-P-1. I can mention this kind of thing also. Okay, and this is 1st July. And I can enter the transaction date 2nd May also, because I told you na, I instructed you. Transaction date can be earlier than the entry date, but it cannot be later date from the entry date, but it is same. I am entering the same. Okay. Now party name is, I don't have the ledger account of Ram and Sons. Ram and Sons, or so I should create from here. I told you na, ledger can be created from here. What is the shortcut key? Alt C. Ram and Sons. It should be under sundry creditor. It should be under sundry creditor because it's our creditor. We are going to purchase from Ram and Sons. So Ram and Sons is creditor. Now the credit period I am taking from the Ram, that is 15 days. 15 days credit period. Now I am purchasing from Ram on 1st July. Right. So the due date of this invoice is 16 July because I mentioned the 15 days credit period. Okay. So purchase account. Then how much amount it is? 3,50,000. So I'm purchasing from Ram 3,50,000. Okay. Enter. Enter. Then this is the bill wise detail you have to enter. So bill number you should enter because suppose so many bills are there. So against which bill you are paying to the Ram, you have to mention. So this is known as against bill wise detail, bill wise detail. And method of adjustments are 4. Advance. Sometimes you have to pay advance to the party, or you are receiving advance from the debtor. So in that case, you have to select the advance. Otherwise, new reference and against reference. Presently, on account, please do not select on account. First, presently, we have to select new reference because this is the first transaction which I am doing with Ram account. Enter. So it is CRD P-01. Okay. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. That's been stop present and then again present. Huh? Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. Just a minute, huh, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. But ma'am, I don't have the option of send live. It is the share screen. See, because now I am a client and you are the server, so that's why you are having that type of the buttons. You have given me all the rights. I am checking, huh? Stop press. Huh. See, I'm clicking on that screen that is in on right side, yeah. Tele screen, na? Okay. Just a minute, ma'am. Okay. Now please, ma'am, check. Now I'm sure it is. Now tele is coming on the both the screen. Okay. Okay, okay, ma'am. Just check again, huh? If you are finding some data, then please. Now it is a tele screen is coming. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Sorry for the interrupting. So again, we are going to start. I am going to repeat the last transaction. That is what? Credit purchase. We purchases some material from the Ram and Sons. So what will be the transaction? The first is transaction type. You have to press the F9 key. F9 is a shortcut key for the purchase. Okay, and you have to write down the invoice number. Enter. Then party name. If you are having the party name account, then you can select from here. Otherwise, you have to create from here. The create shortcut key is you can select from here also, or shortcut key is Alt C. Fine. Now I'm having, because in the last, like previously, I created this account. Enter. Control A. After that, Control A, because these are the details, complete details. You have to select the purchase account. Then how much amount you purchase? 3,50,000. Enter. Enter. Now this is a very important screen, you know. This is the bill wise details. Bill wise detail means you have to enter the bill number, so that while like payment or like while returning the material to the Ram and Sons, you can adjust the amount, and then you have to select at the time against reference. Presently you have to select the new reference. Okay, so we are selecting the new reference. Enter, 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 enter. Fine. So like when you are selecting the enter, enter, na, then it is coming on the same screen, transaction in screen. Enter, enter. Then new reference, enter, enter, enter. Now the thing is that you purchased the material on 1st July, right? Now you didn't make the payment, but now the date is 1st August, and you forget to make the payment to the Ram and Sons, right? So you paid the salary by issuing a check. Salary account, okay, 15,500. Enter. State Bank of India. Now the thing is that you forget to make the payment to the party account. So from where you can check the overdue date. Yesterday I told you the aging, about the aging. From which report you can find out the aging. So this is the report. Display more reports. Display more reports. Enter. Statement of accounts, outstanding, payables. See, it is giving you the details. You forget to make payments to the Ram and Sons. Now it is overdue by 16 days. Now it is overdue by 16 days. How much days? 16 days. How it is calculated? Because credit period. You were having the credit period of 15 days. You were having the credit period of 15 days. Fine. So please make sure you are checking the details of the outstanding aging. Fine. Now it is fine. Okay. Now the next. Now we completed the transactions. Okay. Till 1st August, we completed the transactions. Now we want to check the reports. The reports created by Tally itself. Tally automatically created all the reports. Tally automatically created all the reports. Now we want to check the all the reports. Then how we can check the reports? Just a minute. Okay. So we want to check the reports. So from here you can check the reports. The first you should check the profit and loss account, Alt F1. Yesterday we already seen na gateway of tally. On the gateway of tally, profit and loss report is there. So in the profit and loss, see, you are having 7,25,500 is purchase. In sales, you are having only 4,25,000. So presently rest is loss because still your financial year is going on. Okay, so and then salary. 2 times you issued the check. So it is like giving you the total of salary, that is 31,000. Again, you made the sales. Okay, you sold the material by receiving the check. So how can you enter? F8. Then again, just change the date. 1/10. Okay, now receiving the check means State Bank of India. Then sales account should be credited. It should be 4,25,000. Enter, enter. Now, if you wish, then you can enter the further details also. Check number, bank name, for which bank you received the check. Control A. Control A. Okay. So this is the, you already made, you also once again you made a sale. Then again F5. Then F2. F2 is what? The shortcut key to change the current date. Okay. For which date you are entering the transaction. Now you purchased you sales the material to the one debtor, that is Shyam and Sons. So you have to create one account. So first you should press F8 key. F8 is a shortcut key for the sales. Now cash sales is not there. Now this time credit sale is there. So Alt C. Just create Shyam and Sons. Then sundry debtor. Okay. Now just again set it per 15 days credit period. Control A. Now you sold the material on credit to the Shyam and Sons. We don't have the items because as we at the time of after creating the company, we already said no to the inventory. So we don't have any inventory. So just set the sales account. Then how much you sold? 4,75,000. Enter, enter. Again, reference should be there. Okay, enter. The last option. Now you want to pay amount Ram and Sons. You want to pay the amount to the Ram and Sons. So what is the shortcut key for the payment? F5. Now debit the Ram and Sons. Now set the reference for which against which bill you want to make the payment. See, I have only one bill, that is CRD 01. But as per the instruction given, Ram gives me the 5% discount. So what will be the entry? The entry will be, first you should debit with complete amount. Ram should be debited with complete amount, that's mean 3,50,000 to SBI to discount, because discount is our indirect income. So that should be credited. Okay. So first you should debit with the complete amount. Then Alt C, create a one discount account. It should be under indirect income. Control A. Now 5% you want to calculate. So what is the shortcut key to open the calculator? Control N. Then calculate the 5% of 3,50,000 multiplied by 5%. The amount is 17,500. Now you want to switch to the main screen. Press Control M. Okay. And then 17,500 is your discount. Enter, enter. And you issue the check, State Bank of India. Then enter. Now you made full and final payment to the Ram and Sons. Okay. Now the next is still you have the receivables because you sold the material to the Shyam and Sons. So again you are giving the discount to the Shyam and Sons. So what is the what will be the transaction entry? The transaction entry is State Bank of India debit. Discount amount debit because we'll receive the less amount. Right? So how much amount, how much discount we are giving? 5%. So same thing. The first press F6. Then you should select Shyam and Sons. Against reference because the bill is still remaining, that is 4,75,000. Then as first you should sorry. First you should debit the discount. So just create the discount allowed account. Indirect expenses. Control A. Same thing, if you want to calculate the amount 5% of 4,75,000, then press Control N. Control N is a shortcut key to open the calculator. 5%. Okay. Now the amount is 23,750. 23,750. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am. Still. Yes, ma'am. It is giving me. See, ma'am, I am having two screen. One is like showing you the live event and second is like queue. Ma'am, you don't give me the all the permissions. Hello? Hello, ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Ma'am, ना please check करें ना. Okay, we are going to start again. So we have done complete with complete transactions. Okay, so we can check. Suppose I'm giving the 23,750 is a discount, and then SBI, State Bank of India, should be debited with the rest amount. And if you wish, then you can enter the rest details. Fine. Afterwards, you can check all the reports. First, you should check the P&L. Now, this is your P&L. Okay. Now, this is your P&L. Hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, see, I'm capturing a one image and I'm sending it. It is giving me the option live event and it is showing the tele screen. Okay. Just a minute. I'm capturing a one image. Students, please check whether my screen is visible or not. We are just checking. Please wait. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So please, student, if you find any problem, then we will do it again. Please try to do it. Then again, I'm going to tell you the like remaining reports, whatever we checked. See, now we completed the transaction. So from where we can check the complete transactions, just click on the day book. Alt F2 is a shortcut key to change the period. For example, I want to change all the transactions whichever done by me in this period, like 1st April to 11. Now I'm having all the transaction and I can press Alt F1. So these all are the entries which we done completely within this session. So you can check or you can enter, right? Now here there is a one shortcut key to filter all the entries also. For example, I want to only check the receipt entry. So press F4. F4 is a shortcut key to filter the entries. I only want to check the receipt entry. See, I'm only having the receipt entries. See, if you are finding some problem, then we will do it again, and then please just raise the query or like type the message. Then I'll show you again. Fine. Now again, escape key. Just press again the day book. Then you will get the current date entries. In a day book, you can find only the current date entries. What is the current date? From where you can check the current date of the tally? Here, from here, you can check the current date of the tally. Okay, so I enter all the entries. So current date, I enter the 3 entries. On this date, I enter the 3 entries, but I want to check the entries from 1st April. So I can press Alt F2, 1st April to 2nd November. So I can check all the entries, whatever done from 1st April to 2nd November. And again, I'm going to tell you there is a one shortcut key to filter the entries, that is F4. From here, you can filter the entries. For example, you only want to check the purchase entry, then set the purchase. Again F4, you want to check the receipt entry. Then again F4, you want to check the payment entry. So these are the like basic transactions which we entered in the session. And then again P&L we already checked. Then balance sheet you can check. Alt F1. Okay, the like current year profit automatically shifted to the balance sheet. The capital is 10 lakh rupees and the opening balance is profit and loss. The period balance is profit and loss. Net profit is 5,62,250. Because we paid to the creditor, we like enter the entry for the full and final payment to the creditor, and only we also we receive the amount from the debtor. So here is a no debtor or no creditor, but cash is in negative. So we have to find out why the cash is in negative. Okay, enter, enter. See, we got 10 lakh rupees as cash and we credited 11 lakh 75,500. So how? Just check. See, contra entry, we done 8 lakh rupees we deposited. But purchase we purchased by cash 3,75,500. But we don't have enough cash to pay the 3,75,500. So again we have to modify, just issue by issuing the check. Enter, enter. Okay, Control A, Control A. Then again Control A. Now see, now there is a cash balance that is 2 lakh rupees. Now the bank account is reduced by 3 lakh 7, whatever the like difference was there, 1,75,500. So we can check the bank account also from here. This is our bank account and it is showing me in April how much amount I have given, in May, in then October and in November. So next we can check the cash flow, fund flow also na, from here. And it is showing me the chart also. Okay. Enter, escape, escape. Then you can check the ratio analysis. Yesterday we already seen ratio analysis. It is by default, it is calculating the ratio analysis. Automatically calculated. It is not saying by default, it automatically calculated by the tally itself. Display more reports, trial balance. See, trial balance is 2342,500. Then day book, all the transactions can be seen with the help of day book by opening the day book. And day book shows you the current date entries. And for if you wish, you want to check the previous day's entries, then Alt F2 period change 1st April, or you can set the 1st June, from 1st June to November you want to check. So only these entries are there. Then cash flow. This is your cash flow. Okay, and then it is showing the visualization also, chart also. Then fund flow and account books. Ledger, suppose you are opening the cash ledger. So cash is, first you receive the cash by capital and then you deposit the cash in the bank. So 10 lakh minus 8 lakh, we have the 2 lakh rupees debit balance, cash debit balance. Then you can check the discount account. Okay, and then discount allowed is different and discount received is different. Next is profit and loss, purchase account. Alt F2, just set the period 1st April to all the purchases we want to check. So our purchase balance is 7,25,500. Fine. Next is Ram and Sons. Alt F2, just set the period. We purchases from Ram 3,50,000 and we paid 3,50,000 rupees. So now the balance is nil. Fine. The next is salary account and sales account. Again change the period 1/4. Now how much sales is there? 13,25,000. If you wish, then you can enter the stock also. Na, yesterday I told you how can we enter the stock. Fine. The next is Sham and Sons. That is our debtor. Alt F2. 1/4. The last account is State Bank of India. You can create the bank reconciliation from here. But we will check it in a tomorrow session. Today not. Please enter the entries, whatever I completed in this session. Regularly, you have to do the practice. Otherwise, not possible to learn anything, whether it is Excel or whether it is Tally. So just learn by doing the practice again and again and again and again. You have to do the practice. And if you are finding any problem, then you can raise the query also. So I'm like ending the meeting by completing this entries. Okay. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot. download the Tally, please go to the Tally Solution website. I saw the question and answer and somebody asked then they don't have the Tally's Prime. So please download the Tally from the Tally Solution. We already told, na? We already discussed these things on the previous sessions. So please download it the Tally. Otherwise, how it is possible, na? If I am doing, so you have to do, na? Okay, so tomorrow I hope so ki you all will download it the Tally. And then we can only do in a like do the practice with Tally. Okay, so like with the help of this, you can learn the Tally in a easier mode. Thank you so much.